What's something you're looking forward to?
I forgot to set
What?
it. I forgot to set that first
It's
bit up.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh
We'll
my
continue.
God, Frank. Okay,
Repeat what
let's
you
just
just
stop. Let's
repeat
just
everything
stop.
you just said, Dad. No, I'm
Let's
just kidding.
stop for a second. Go ahead, Craig. Ring the bell.
Oh man,
And
I'm
do your
sorry,
announcement,
everybody.
Craig.
Short
Do your
recess
Craig.
today. It's
Craig. Do your announcement.
welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us for our Monday recess. It's going to be a little short today
Yeah,
because
really, it's gonna be shorter than normal today. And now, see, the rest of the people don't even know what's going on.
yeah, okay. I will.
Hey,
My fault. I did
See,
not start the record button at the appropriate time. It's now 18 minutes past the top of the hour. And so
if you
please,
didn't tell
everybody,
them,
forgive me. At least we're going to continue from this
Craig,
point forward.
if you didn't tell anybody, no one would have known.
Yeah, I know, but it would. Well, they would have known at the if. Why is it so short?
We we all got on early, and so that's our special treatment. And thank you, Craig. Thank
thanks,
you.
Greg.
All right.
Thank you, Star. Thank you for being on here. So Sandy said she had a Kenwood,
Kenwood stereo.
and the radio was in the front, and then
Yeah,
you pumped the front off because people are stealing like crazy. So what they did
Exactly.
is, yeah, so Kenwood and some stereos created a thing where you press one button and you got to put the face of it in your purse or carry it around with you, so no one stole your car.
I forget. I think it was there's this one funny movie called MacGruber, right? It's a funny movie, but I'll never forget watching that movie. And he anytime he's basically from the past, but it's in the future. It's kind of like Austin Powers. So he drives his car up to this restaurant, and he goes to get out, and he pulls out the whole fucking stereo,
Oh,
and it's got a
they have
handle
they
on
those
it,
used to
and he
too.
do
just
that, but
walks away, and it's like, oh yeah, he's pulling out the stereo so it doesn't get stolen. He's taking it
blah
with him, and
punked. That one I used to have.
I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, that was
they had like
serious.
a handle on them, Matt. They
Yeah,
Yep,
had
you
like
pull the handle and pull it out, and then they used to have a lock where you had to put in four numbers, and then it would engage. So even if you left it in your car, the once it got pulled out, it wouldn't work.
and that's because you had to roll down your window.
Yes, Eric. Thank you, by the way.
Hey, Matt, have you ever even been in a car that you had to use a handle to crank up the windows?
yeah. The old Camry had that, didn't it?
No,
Oh no,
no,
no. You know what did? The Toyota that you guys gave to ours.
no. I know which vehicle. Grandpa's pickup.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, any of those older cars. You got his milk back yet?
So who wants what's something on your bucket list, honey?
I would like to
Can you hear her?
everybody, our whole family, to go to Japan and have Kyle be our tour guide.
That's cool.
Yeah, that would be fun. I got like a lot of bucket list stuff for sure. Like anytime someone asks, it's like I'm just excited to live in the time that I do.
Yeah.
So similarly to you, Dad, it's like I can't even being able to have a car that drives itself and live in that period of time. To think that like in 5 years robots will do a bunch of stuff, I can't wait for that. I've dreamt about that moment since I was a little kid. So like for me, it's like a lot of people are scared of the technology. I am in love with it. So for me, it's like, oh my God, I could program a robot of my own in my lifetime. Like, how cool is that? You know what I mean? Like,
Make me
that I can sit here and program Blue and then put Blue into a robot body and he can walk around. And that will happen in my lifetime. And it's like, that's a bucket list thing for me for sure. Because I did not think that that would happen in my lifetime when I was young.
Right.
You know, everybody told you robotics and space travel were, 5 generations away. Like I said in the other one, it was like The when I was growing up, the understanding was is that we were the middle children. We were before exploring the planet, or we were too late to explore the planet and too soon to explore the universe. So we were just kind of here trying to figure out what we're meant to do. And that's why you have so many people going, I don't know what to do. It's like back in the day when you had explorers and farmers and everybody knew what they had to do. They were surviving.
Yeah.
And in the future, it's like, well, let's explore the cosmos. There's always another thing to do. It's like we're just sitting here. Everything's explored. We can't go to space. We can't go anywhere. And it's like, shit. But that's not going to be the case now. We're going to live in the time that we get to explore things that have never been explored before. And we get to do things that have never been done before. So, yeah, the balloon festival in Temecula. That would be fun, you know? I see them all the time in the mornings. So they're always around.
Cool. Craig, you got a bucket list thing? Other than getting your other than getting your Oscar?
Well, getting the Oscar, yes, or the Emmy, either one. I'll take either one of those. You know, I want to go back to Israel, and
Cool.
the reason why I want to go back to Israel is because I did go there for a short period of time. I was supposed to see the big sites, and I never got to because of the kibbutz I was on. They used DDT in the fields, and it got inside me and affected me a little bit. Maybe
Oh,
that's the
wow.
reason why I'm so well. Anyways, um,
There's so many reasons you're white.
yes, exactly. But I want to see like the wall. I want to go into downtown, into Old Jerusalem. I've been on the Mount of Olives looking into Jerusalem, and I was at Ezekiel's tunnel, which goes under and up into Jerusalem, but I've never been into the city. Plus, I also would love to climb Masada.
Very
So
cool.
that's the number one bucket list item, and then the number two is Australia. I'd love to go to Australia.
That has always been out there that I should go to Australia. I still haven't figured out why that is. I don't
The land down under.
I
down
have one.
under.
I was going to say, you start
No,
getting into
no,
into
this is a
traveling.
knife. This is a knife. You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
what'd you
Yeah.
say, Lisa Marie?
I said I have a bucket list. I
Sure.
want
Sure.
to go on a African safari
Mm.
and or I want to go on a mission one day. I've always wanted to do a mission. That'd be super cool.
Like a
Anywhere?
stealth mission or like a...
Like
No,
to an
I'm kidding. I know what you're saying.
or-
I just,
or
like a ninja mission? What are you looking to do?
Yeah, like
Sorry.
a Mission Possible or something like.
a mission. I don't know. A mission. I don't know how those
Well, where would you
work,
like
but
to
I
go?
know
Would you want to go to like Africa, or would you want to go to Asia?
Those are two things you could do at the same time.
exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure. You know, like an orphanage where you go and you just make it better for them, or you're building something for them, or you're supplying food or
I
whatever.
can't.
I don't
It's
know.
it's the number of times that I've been invited to the two different orphanages that Jesus Way has. I mean, you know, one is in India and the other one's Jamaica, and I can't tell you how many times they've invited me to go, and
You
just said,
should
I
go
I-
sometime. Oh
yeah,
my goodness. I would
that
go
would
to
be
Jamaica, I guess, if I had the rathers as far as those two.
Jamaica's beautiful. Depending on
Yeah.
where you go, because North Island is good. I've been there, and I've been to Kingston. Kingston's that's the south side.
Jamaica man.
Jamaica, man. And
I
you
like
go
how
and you
they
get
talk
the
to-
red stripe and jerk chicken. It is so good together.
Thanks for sharing,
Yeah,
Lisa.
but I think it would be cool, yeah, to be like at one of those camps where you're roughing it just like they are, and you're
Yeah.
with the kids. So I would want to be with the kids. That'd be super cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Melody says, I want to go to the famous Umbrella Street in Paris.
I've never heard of the Umbrella Street.
Neither have I. I'm going to go look for it.
Is that
I
because it rains there all the time? Is that?
I don't know. Or they sell a lot of umbrellas.
I watched a deal on 60 Minutes last night, and it was crazy. I guess those black taxis that drive around London,
Hmm.
and they were talking about how old that was, and that it still exists. And I forget like this crazy ass test that these drivers have to do because they haven't updated anything, right? So a London taxi cab driver with the black taxi cabs, uh, um, they have to memorize every street. So they quiz you and say, so you picked up someone here and you're taking them to here. Tell me the route that you would use. And then tell me an alternate route. And there were some people there that have been trying to take the test for like 5 years, and you get to take it numerous times a year, and they've been spending literally 5 6 years to try to pass the test to be one of the black car taxi drivers. And with that said, it is. The amount of revenue and how many taxes, it was like crazy. It went from like 27,000 taxis to 13,000 because of the obvious, Uber and all the, Waymo and all these other cars. But it's like the pride that these guys had about listen, the pride they had of driving people in London with no GPS. I'm going like, Matt said it at the beginning. It's like, what's going to happen when you have self-driving cars? You're still going to have people that will not use GPS and it take 5 years to pass a test to drive an old
Well,
black
see,
taxi.
if I did this, watch, and I asked, what's the average age young person gets a So you look up stats, and people used to get permits at like 15 and 16. I know that's when I got mine.
Yeah.
And get a driver's license by 16, right? The average age for the younger generation to get a driver's license is either never or 22 now.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's
couldn't
So young
crazy.
people
get
don't want to
mine.
drive. They also don't want to drive. So it's like, I think the older generation is going to get older, and then they're going to be forced into all of the cars for the main reason of safety. And then the younger generation is just going to go, I didn't want to drive in the first place. So I think it'll be a pretty smooth transition for everybody. Is the way I see it.
The younger generation, it would be like, why did you get a driver's license? Because I needed to drive DoorDash and make some money.
That's funny. Yeah. Right.
By the
It's
way,
like
oh, go ahead, Robert. Sorry.
no, go.
I was going to say, I found Umbrella Street in Paris is Le Village Royal, located in the 8th arrondissement. I guess that's a section.
Right.
And it's a street that is covered by, it looks like about 800 umbrellas. And I found a picture. So it kind of looks like this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow, that's cool.
Oh, I've
So
seen that. That is pretty.
that's what Melody's talking about. It looks like
Is
it's
that the least expensive way instead of putting up a roof?
yeah, I guess it's an outdoor mall and okay. Different color umbrellas and why not? It's suspended over the walking area.
That's cool.
It kind of reminds me, there's a few places in like South Korea and Japan that have like those crazy screens and everything. It's nuts.
You mean
Some of
overhead?
Those malls. Yeah. There's that
Oh, it's
one
like
mall
downtown
that-
Vegas.
Right.
Yeah, if you go to Fremont Street in Vegas, so they've got the huge. I don't know how long it is, but it's like almost a mile. I think
That screen's been there for a while too. I
Yeah.
remember seeing it when I was a kid.
And you can zip line underneath it.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I've been there, but it used to be actually a street, and now it's just a walking open air mall. Well, sort of open air mall because they wanted to get rid of all of the homeless people. So what they did is they enclosed it. They called that top canopy now an enclosure. Privatized the entire street. I guess a lot of the casinos got together.
Oh, wow.
And now they kicked all of the homeless people out from that street. Except for there's I think one street that splits it in the middle and people just cross over and that. I think the only area that is considered public property.
Got it.
Oh, what's some noises in the back there?
I know, he's just partying back here with her.
Anybody got something else they'd like to share on their bucket list so we all can imagine it with you?
Sandy says that is like the Umbrella Street in Dollywood, so I guess that's also there.
I've never been to Dollywood.
Neither have I. I understand it's actually really good, and one of the more popular amusement parks now.
Right. Matt's been to Graceland.
Tell me about it. Huge Elvis fan, not really. No, I'm not an Elvis fan or an Elvis hater. I don't know shit about Elvis.
You're neutral with the Graceland, huh?
Yeah, I'm a Frank Sinatra fan.
Cool.
So I go a little further back, but no, I have this graphic that I wanted to show you guys today. It has nothing to do with the topic we're talking about, though. So I was going to wait till we were done.
I don't care.
Okay, Melody says she wants to drive 200 miles per hour.
I know where
Put
you
her
can
on the
do that.
Autobahn.
Yep. Or at the upcoming Indianapolis 500 this weekend.
Right?
Yeah, they got what is the deal? At the NHRA, they actually have cars that you can get in with a professional driver. Now the records are, it's crazy what they're figuring out. Me and Matt were talking about this with AI. You know, they're figuring out everything. So now it's like almost every weekend there's a new track record of how fast these cars are going. It's like, 340 miles an hour, then 341 miles an hour. And it's just ridiculous.
I
Hey, we
wouldn't
ready
mind
for the picture?
experiencing 200 miles an hour. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a track, I would love to do it. But
Right.
Can everybody see that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got it.
So this is from February, so keep that in mind. Each one of these dots, gray dots, is 3.2 million human beings. So this is 2,500 dots, 8.1 billion humans, and then the color shows exactly where they are in the space of AI. So all of the gray ones that you guys see have never used artificial intelligence in the human side. So that's 6.8 billion people. That's 84% of the human population. The green has used the free chatbot version of ChatGPT, but have never paid for AI and just only used the free version. That is 1.3 billion or 16% of the human population. I've tried it. Bless you, Mom. The yellow pays $20 a month for AI. So 15 to 25 million human beings, 0.3%. So if any of you guys are on here and you're paying for AI, you're already in the 0.3% of people on planet Earth using artificial intelligence. And if you use it for coding or work, you're 0.04% or 2.5 million people. So I wanted to show you guys all this to remind you that this is how far ahead you are in comparison to the human race if you're using artificial intelligence to do work or you're using artificial intelligence to help you. So if you're using it to help you, you're 0.3. And if you're using it for actual work that's making you money, you're 0.04% of the human race right now. So that's how much of a lead you have.
And of course, posting pilot is one of the ones that would put you in the red.
It would. Yeah, because you'd be using it for actual work. So I wanted to show this graphic to like represent, because I tell people that this graphic right here, there is not enough compute on planet Earth and enough energy on planet Earth to service this whole group of people. So since that's the truth, and they're building data centers eventually in space, which is crazy, but that's where we're going, right? Don't want to destroy our planet with them. But there's not enough compute for all these people. So if you're in this zone down here, the yellow or the red, I'd be going hardcore right now on any ideas or things that you want. Why? Because even if the green started using compute at the level of the yellow and the red, it would be too much. What does that mean? It means that they would have to raise the prices of AI compute and costs. So this is the runaway that I've talked about with people, is the moment that compute starts to really take over everyone's jobs, they're going to raise the prices of it. So it's a good idea to get used to building it at this level before they try to get the whole human race on it, right? So you guys are ahead of the game right now. That should give you take a little bit of weight off your shoulders, right? Because I know some people on here are like, I'm falling behind or whatever. You're not falling behind. I think almost everybody on this call is in the yellow.
Yeah, I agree.
If not the red for some of you, which means, Lisa Marie, you're in the red. You're 0.04% of the human race. You've made money. You're creating things with AI. So when you go, oh, I'm falling behind or I'm not keeping up, you're 0.4% of the human race. You are well ahead of everybody else that's using it. And that's same for Sandy. That's same for a lot of people here that are using it. So I just thought on recess, I would give you guys a little comfort going, you're not falling behind. Don't worry. Like, you're actually very much ahead of the game right now. So keep playing with it. Keep having fun, It's a great time to be alive. So that's even a bucket list thing for me. It's like, man, every day I wake up, I can't even play video games. I'm so excited. I like spending my time playing around and making new crap. Like I just like doing that. So it's like hard to play games. It's almost like a video game in and of itself. So yeah.
I was watching a video of Mr. Wonderful the other day on Instagram, and he was talking about how, we've had a displacement of people losing their jobs, a displacement of jobs, but yet companies have had record earnings. Like their earnings are more than they expected, which is boosting the economy. And that's because AI is starting to replace some of those jobs. But people are just going to need to find something else to do.
Well, I love what you're bringing up, Arthur, because there's actually this clip of Jeff Bezos that I shared with like my dad and Craig, and Jeff Bezos nailed it. He was like,
I'm going to talk about it tomorrow, but please,
okay.
I've heard recess.
Cool. Yeah, we won't show the clip. That's a tease for tomorrow. If you want to see the action,
there you go.
Show up tomorrow. But the tease is that he basically is on stage and he's talking about people saying that people are going to lose jobs because of AI and robotics. And he said, if you went back to the time where we were all farming and told people that there would be massage therapists for dogs and that people were making a full-time income doing that, they would think you were nuts. And he's like, the reality is that humans are very inventive. There will be brand new sets of careers and jobs that exist once all of these go, and there'll be things that you've never thought of before. And there's another one too that he said.
Jobs are always being.
Yeah.
Arthur,
I mean, look at the taxi driving business. I mean, they were all scared they were going to lose their jobs because of the ride sharing. And now the ride sharing people are scared because they're going to lose their job because of autonomous driving. Like, it's constantly evolving, so you can't like stay in one place forever.
No,
that's so true. We're just not made that way.
If you would have told me a few years ago that if I see a person on well, like I brought this up one time. It's like the first time that I seen we should just all stop calling it news, So when I watched these channels that had, so-called experts just sharing their opinion, and one of the opinion people on there was well, let's talk to Lisa Marie because she's got, 30 million people that are subscribed to her blog. And so you know what I mean? Is like there was a time on this planet that the person that was the expert had more subscribers to their blog. It's like, what? You can go on there and Terry won't like this statement, but it's like when I was in the middle of going between two network marketing companies, so I paid him $48,000 to show me how to blog. You know what I mean? How to make.
Oh, Ray Higdon.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's like yeah, you look at
I
those
saw.
times.
I love dunking on people nowadays. I don't give a shit. So it's like I saw Ray Higdon do a post the other day, and he was like trying to teach people how to get traffic to their videos and get views on their videos. And the video that he was sharing had 137 views. I'm like, I don't think you should be an authority on this. You know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah, well, you brought
the
that.
video that you're teaching people how to get the views doesn't have any views, what does that say? Like, I don't know.
Well, for the longest time, he was against sending voice messages through Facebook Messenger, and then all of a sudden, he was promoting something. I forget what it was, but he was using voice
Yeah.
messages to like promote to people. It's like,
Me and
Wouldn't
my dad have
surprise
always
if
had
he
a
had to
joke.
talk with Robert about that one.
Yeah, me and my dad have always had a running joke with Ray and Eric Worre and some of these other guys. It's like, in 3 years they'll be doing the shit we're doing right now. You know what I mean? They'll
Yeah.
be talking about like, I can't believe you can message people on social media, and you're like, what do you mean? That didn't come obvious to you, Anyway,
That video that Matt created for me of it looking like I'm having all the, what is it, paparazzi, taking pictures of me and security. That's got 13,000 views on Facebook. It's like we were talking about what was going to be. But I was talking to an old friend of mine, and we were talking about where
bless you.
David Beckley, honey. I talked to him for about an hour, and he it's funny because I got him. You know what I mean? Because he's always like, why can't things be the way they are? Blah 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 blah, and he's just going on all this stuff, right? And then when we get done with him complaining, he says, well, I sort of got the bug, so I'm going to build a Dre car again. And I said to him, and I was going like, you're going to actually build a Dre car? And I just started naming off parts that I won't bore you guys with. You know what I mean? And he like paused for a second. And this is what he said to me. He said, why would you put all that old fucking shit on a new race car? And I said, thanks for catching up to 2026. because everything that goes on his new race car is going to be new shit. And he was telling me about a motor. We paid like $11,000 back in the day on a motor that we created for our car, a pro stock car. And he was saying that the same kind of car now, with the way that they do what is called crank boosting, right? And then you get to put like nitrous on top of that, that these guys are now creating motors that are over 4,000 horsepower. And man, when we built a motor and it got to 1,000 horsepower, that was freaking huge. And so now these guys are pulling up with these cars, and the motor can produce 4,000 horsepower. And listen, everyone, this is not there's certain categories that are still called door slamming categories where the motor has to be what is called naturally aspirated. You know what I mean? So that's what makes the challenge. You know what I mean? You can't. Yeah, but for me, I would never want to drive an automobile that put restrictions on you. See, now there's this new class, which is, 18,000 horsepower. It's like, hey, no, listen, I want to build a car in a category that restricts me on horsepower that creates speed. To me, that sounds like stupid today. It's like you could just pick another category of racing, and they're going, yeah, use your imagination with what you can come up with.
See, me not being a car guy, I didn't even know that cars could go over 1,000 horsepower.
Oh yeah, I mean the funny cars in the NHRA. Listen to this. I won't get off crazy. Arthur, right now there's cars that run a quarter of a mile. That's 3 city blocks. And they can go from 0 to 403 miles an hour in 3.2 seconds.
That is crazy. How does the wheel stay? Like, how do you not spin your tires?
They do. They do. They just figure out ways to be able to get enough of that grip on the road. And so I'll send you a video. So they not only make these incredible motors, but then what they figured out is you take a thing called nitroglycerin.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Because I watched Fast and Furious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same.
So
I
then
played
you
those
take,
Need for Speed games.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you take nitroglycerin and mix it with methanol, and you put it in the motor. So it's like 8 sticks of dynamite going off. And when they run one, just starting the motor up, they start it on alcohol so it won't burn itself up. And then when it does this little burnout to get the tires sticky so they'll get traction, they back it up and they start to line it up. And a guy goes over and he switches one button and it goes from clean alcohol that's cool to nitroglycerin and methanol. And it produces just a little over 18,000 horsepower. And then they do a run and that motor's done. They got to bring it all the way back to the pits, rebuild the whole motor because it'll melt down the pistons, the valves, the heads. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Just
doesn't seem worth
a
it.
4 second ride.
Yeah,
Doesn't seem worth it.
it's like
Just
that.
get just get Terry's car, and then you'll be good, fast enough.
What'd you say?
Just get Terry's car, and you'll be fast enough,
Yeah, yeah.
and it will last.
Yeah, it really is crazy the different kind of things they do. It's and I know you guys know this. It's, Jim Williamson and I meet at this level. So he sent me a video the other day where they're, of course, anything with a motor on it. But these guys are they're drag racing snowmobiles. But what they did is the newer powerful motors stopped going from air cooled to water cooled. So they were running them during the summer, and they were putting like different kinds of tracks on the snowmobile so that they grabbed traction. And they were going like, oh my God, they were going like 120, 130 miles an hour on snowmobile. Yeah, anything that got a motor, people will figure out how to race them.
Sounds like something out of Home Improvement.
Yeah.
More power. Oh, oh, oh.
Anyway, who got me on that subject? That was funny. You guys. Oh,
I think Matt with
We were
the
talking
cars.
about Matt and
Yeah.
cars and
No, I
technology.
was talking about my friend David Beckley crying about how he wanted,
Yeah.
why can't our whole lives, you guys know these people, it's like, why can't we go back to the 80s, the 1980s? And I was like, dude, man, I have no desire to suffer the way I did in the 80s.
Tethered to the wall with a cord.
What?
Tethered to the wall with a cord.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just telling him he got on money for just a little bit. And I go, you know better than to do that to me. And the statement that I tell everybody that complains about money is I won't say the name because he doesn't have a good reputation anymore, Bill Gates, but his statement was very, very simple. As soon as the internet got invented, Bill Gates said, I totally feel for you and I'm compassionate for you because you were born in an environment and a place around a group of people where you don't have money. I feel very sorry for you. But if you've ever logged on the internet and you continue to be poor, that's your fucking fault. Because, and how many of you guys feel this? Is like, if you knew where to search on the internet, you could find a way to virtually do anything and be inspired by anybody to learn how to, definitely make you have freedom. I look at all the stuff that Matt's doing right now, and it's like, man, I'm just giddy for Posting Pilot to become an affiliate program, because I just want to get thousands and thousands and thousands of people on Posting Pilot. Hey, that was one of my bucket list things.
There we go. There we go.
Hey, that works. Works for me. No, yeah, I'm super excited about having that. It's one of my bucket list things too. I think in general, like, I just want to be of service to people. So like making things that make their lives easier, that they use on a daily basis is like the goal, right? And to mix that in with technology and AI. So that's kind of what the company that we have is about at this point. So it's like, I've got like 2 meetings set up today to make a couple more people's lives easier. So, nice. And then I'm super excited for all of the people that are part of Posting Pilot right now. We're going to be doing Zooms this week with a bunch of them and helping them out. So that'll be fun. Faith joined today, so I'm excited to
Faith, Star, Bob,
yep,
Sandy,
Faith,
Lisa
Star,
Marie.
Bob. Yep. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for supporting us and being part of Posting Pilot. I'm all the way over here so you can see my mom. So, anybody else got anything?
Yeah, anybody? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller?
By the way, Matt, I know you talked about it. Sue and I saw Project Hail Mary this last weekend. Loved it.
I'm sure I'll love it too. We'll probably watch it maybe tonight or tomorrow.
Matt, you gotta watch. I watched 60 Minutes, and they did a whole segment. On Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, with IMAX.
Holy crap! It was good to see.
Yeah, you know how I am. I've already watched it.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, it was on YouTube. Unless if there's a longer version of it on their website, but. No, like, I'm in those movie subreddits, so the moment Christopher Nolan does any interview, it gets posted in there, and I'm watching it. So
got it. There was
watching them splice those 50 millimeter or 70 millimeter, frames. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's the only one that's filmed an entire. What's the name of the new movie, Matt?
The Odyssey. It's based off of Homer's Iliad and Odyssey.
Yeah, and
so Greek mythology, Greek tragedy.
And it was funny because what Matt Damon was, and he was like, they had him on there, and he was going like, Christopher Nolan saying, "Listen, do you want to be in the movie?" And he goes, "Listen, any movie you do, and I'm doing." And he says it's the only time that he said, "You need to pay attention to me. Look at me." And Matt Damon goes, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "This will be the hardest film you've ever done." And he goes, "Listen, I've been on your films. I get it." And he's
he was on in Interstellar.
Yeah, and he's going, "This is going to be the hardest film you ever done." And he goes, "I went, listen, I told you if I'm in, I'm in." And then he said, "It was the hardest film I've ever done."
And that's saying something, because this dude was in Saving Private Ryan. So... Which, Saving Private Ryan, there's some trivia there. Like, there's always these mind games that people do, directors do, because they're supposed to get the actors. Really, like, it's so much of good film is casting. You'll hear any great director say that casting is just as important as the script itself, if not more important, that you get the right people to play those characters. And so when Steven Spielberg made Saving Private Ryan, he took all of the people that were part of the military part and put them in like intense boot camp And then he took Matt Damon, who was playing Ryan, which is the person they were going out to find, and put him in a completely separate boot camp from the rest of them. That was not only easier, but like more relaxed. And so when they were all on set, all of the people were irritated because Matt Damon had an easier experience than them. But that's the way that it was supposed to be, because all of these people were crossing across Germany or wherever it was, right? D-Day, so it wasn't Germany. I think it was France. But
France. Normandy.
going across France. And they're all pissed because they're having to go find Matt Damon. But they feel it internally because they've just gone through a rigorous process that Matt Damon did not have to go through.
They were all pissed at him for real.
They were pissed that he had a different experience, and that's like a different trivia, right? So Spielberg did that on purpose to kind of like make them a little peeved, so it showed on camera naturally that they're like going through the mud and having to do all this crap that he didn't have to do.
Well, Cameron did that in the movie Aliens when the little alien came out for the first time. Only the actor, the director, and the special effects guy knew what was going on. So the actor's reaction when they had that little scene was totally real. Shock.
The chest burster scene in the original Alien?
In the original Alien. And Yaphet Kotto, who is one of the lead actors on that movie, he almost walked off the set because it happened and he didn't know about it. And
wow, I'm
what you see on those faces is pure shock.
Terror.
It's an animatronic. Get over yourself. Anyway,
Craig,
I'm always one of those people. Maybe I would be more like James Cameron, but it's like get over it. This is a once in a lifetime thing you get to do. We're all suffering. It's like the interesting thing is like the actors sometimes will be like, oh man, like this is such a struggle, and it's like I can imagine being the director going, are you fucking kidding me? You know what I mean? Like, the amount of things that a director has to go through to make the fairy tale of a film happen is crazy, right? And you're like, it's like constantly getting whipped the entire time too. So it's like you're the person that's just like the one taking the lashes for everybody, which is why they're Craig, so like pissed off all the time.
Yeah. Craig, one of the things you'll love about that if you watch that deal is Christopher Nolan said that he gives them not only the entire script, but then he gets them a little smaller script on just their character.
Breakdown type thing.
Yeah, and he said that he wants the actor to get so much into the character that when it comes to do a scene, he's asking the actor, how did you add to this?
Right. That makes sense.
Tell me what we need to change to allow you to have like in Oppenheimer, it's like, tell me what you're going to do in this scene to get nominated for the Oscar.
There have been actors who've told directors, I don't think the character would do this, because the actors dive that far into the character to pick it apart, become part of the character. And there have even been some actors, I think, Phoenix, River Phoenix,
Joaquin.
when he did the joke. Joaquin.
Oh, River. Yeah, Joaquin.
Well, when he did the Joker.
Right.
In actually the Christopher Nolan Batman, he was so far into it with the method acting that it overtook him, and he pissed a lot of people off during that. But then, if you look at what happened, I mean, he won the Oscar for it, even though unfortunately it was posthumously.
Yeah, you're talking about Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No problem. Joaquin's still alive, guys. No.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Joaquin fan, so I'm glad that that's the case.
Yeah, I thank you, Matt, for that. Heath Ledger.
Of course.
Okay, ring, let's go.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for today, this morning.
Great information.
Thank you guys. I love you so much, and
back to work.
What a fun reset.
When you guys watch the replay of this, to be fair, we're just going to let the next 20 minutes just keep recording with nothing there. You know what I mean? And then
I'll stay around and just talk for 20 minutes.
I love you, Craig.
Love and appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep.